Welcome to the last tutorial. This time, we'll work on a romantic sunset view of the balcony with an amazing skyline of a city in the background. Let's open the scene number 10 and have a look around. For this scene, I've prepared a sofa, a chair, and the fireplace model. Please find your models and place them in this scene. Create a camera and align the target. We want to frame the view with the chairs, so the focal length has to be wider. For this image, we use the rule of thirds composition, with the sofa in the middle and chairs on each side. Make some adjustments for the camera. Next, we will add some trees to frame the shoot from both sides. Nice! See you in the next video. Now it is time for lighting. As always, we will begin with overriding materials. For our light source, we will use an HDRI map again. I have prepared one from Polygon this time. Open the material editor and add your HDRI texture there. Let's start with Firayi HDRI map and place your HDRI texture there. Increase render multiplier value to have a brighter sky. Change mapping type to spherical, then adjust the position of the sky using horizontal rotation option. When we increase the exposure, the image gets too bright. To fix this, we will have to add a copy of our HDRI map to the GI environment slot inside of Firayi settings. Then make the HDRI from the environment settings darker. See how it works with color. Lighting stays the same, there is only change in the sky. Put the second map there and decrease the output amount. Looks great. Now, let's correct white balance here and add LUT. It's too much contrast in general. Let's decrease this. Maybe let's do it just a bit less saturated. Skylighting looks perfect. Now we will work on the fire. I've got a model of a fire. It is better than a flat surface because fire is not flat. Another solution is to add a couple of layers of flat planes. We will create this material the same way we did a candles flame in the bathroom render. I have two different textures to avoid tiling and make it more realistic. Add textures to the light material. We have to add the opacity texture because fire is transparent in some parts. The fire is black on the back side. To fix it, we have to select the option Emit on both sides. We have to exclude the model from material override. That's it. See you in the next video. In the third part, we will focus on materials. We will start by turning off the material override option. Then, start interactive rendering to see how it looks. We will start by creating floor tiles material. We will make it really dark and add glossy reflections. To make it more photorealistic, we will add our smudges texture into reflection glossiness slot. We will make the fence painted. Make it dark color too, and play around with the reflections. I can see that the contrast is too strong, so I will decrease it. We will add marble material to the fireplace. We will use just one texture and use a color correction map to add a glossiness map. Next, we will add stones to the fireplace using a forest pack plugin. First, we will have to create a surface. Then, add a forest pack to it. Go to the library and find some small stones. When it's done, adjust the height of the surface. To preview changes on the forest pack object, we will have to turn on Auto Update in the surface rollout. Copy the floor material, remove the map, and apply it to our stones. See you in the next video. It is time to place some more planting. I've prepared some ivy and a pot plant, which I got from 3DMK too. I will merge them into the scene and place. Next, we will add some hanging plants around the planter box. I will show you a nice technique. We will start by creating a shape around the planter box. Then, create a forest pack object on the planter box. I will change the display back to the point cloud. We will add the plant models to the geometry and remove the default object. In the distribution rollout, we will change the mode to the path and select the shape we created before. Geometry ID should be selected to random. We will control the density by changing the spacing value. To get objects on the whole shape, we will have to remove the surface. We can also add some scale and rotation randomization. Be careful not to add rotation around the z-axis. Awesome! Now, we will add some planting to the planter box. I prepared some models which I will place in this scene. We will create a forest object, add models to the geometry, and remove the default object. Next, we will change the density and add some transformations. Looks great! Now, let's assume our target audience is a group of young people looking for the first apartment to move in together. Our goal is to engage young people in love, evoke their emotions and desires. By using the roses and spilled wine, we evoke specific emotions related to intimacy and sexual desire. There is no need to always show everything directly. Through the architectural visualization, we give our viewers some elements of the story which they can experience in their own way. See you in the next video. This is the last part of creating this image. Open it in Photoshop to begin with. We can use the Unsharp Mask filter to sharpen the image. When you use a really large radius and small value, it will add a nice contrast and the image will pop up. Now let's copy the image and remove the sky from the top one. Select the alpha channel by clicking on it with the Ctrl button, then add a mask to the layer. It is important to save an image with alpha channel included. XR or TIFF formats work great. We will place a skyline of the city in between our layers. We will position it so the sun is in the accurate place. We will blur the layer to achieve the depth of field effect. Great! Now, add a new layer, take some color from the sky, and fill the layer with this color. We will add a gradient mask to the layer to create a nice foggy background. Lastly, we will add the vignetting effect the same way we did it before and do some color corrections. The image is ready. Sadly, it was our last tutorial. I hope you enjoyed the course. We cannot wait to see your progress. Post your images on Instagram with the hashtag ArchVizArtist to get featured on our website. Stay tuned for the next courses, and goodbye.